What's up? This is Instant Noodles crew, chilling here in Rutgers University, gonna do a performance tonight. We're from LA, Orange County. My name is Gio.
My turn. I'm Charles.
Hi, I'm Rob.
I'm Mike.
I'm Chuck.
I'm Chris.
I'm Arthur.
So, how you guys got into b-boying?
The first generation of Instant Noodles is me, Gio, and Chuck, and we started dancing together about 99, 2000, and that's when we haven't been dancing consistently. It's been off a year, on a year, off a year until the last little bit. But we started dancing together just because we want to impress girls.
Yeah.
One way, shape, or form, it kind of always starts with that. But of course, at this point, it's we're definitely doing it for ourselves. As
Liar.
Huh? Liar. No. Why do you think we do the show? I'm just kidding. In terms of inspirations, Gio.
When we started in Taipei, Taiwan, which is actually where we all went to high school. And the first resource we had of b-boying was Battle of the Year '97. It was a VHS, but we got that actually 2 years later, so we didn't get to see that until 1999. And the most memorable battle for us was Style Elements versus Southside Rockers in the final battle. And b-boys that really stood out to us and really impressed us were b-boys like Remind and Crumbs and J-Rock and even Tommy Boy, the popper in Style Elements. And back then when we saw Style Elements, it really opened our eyes because back then we only knew breaking as windmills and flares and power moves, but when we saw Style Elements and how they were such a strong crew chemistry-wise and how they developed such a distinct, unique flavor and had concepts and ideas behind their moves, that inspired us. And since the beginning, how we started b-boying, we've always emphasized a little bit more on stylistically and creatively and trying to push the dancing side as opposed to just power moves and tricks.
And we used to watch VHS tapes because this was before YouTube days. So we would be watching in 2002 we'd be watching events from 2000, and in 2003 we'd be watching events from 2001. And if there was ever a tape that came out, we would every Saturday night we just get together and we'd watch this tape over and over and over and over again. So it's definitely a little different now with YouTube and the way people are inspired.
Well, for me, I started during high school, but I didn't really get serious until probably my senior year. And at that time, that was actually Battle of Year Taiwan in 2008, and Ho1, Katsu, and Alienness, they came to judge in Taiwan. And I would say when I saw especially Ho1 and Katsu, those two, they really inspired me in the way, I don't know, I kind of really looked up to them.
For me, I went to UCSD and I had a chance, luckily, to be able to train with Rox Wright from Renegades. And that really inspired me, and that started changing my mentality about breaking. And he shared a lot of knowledge and thoughts about his views on the scene and what his philosophy is, and that really blew my mind.
Actually, I started locking first before I started b-boying. I started locking in senior of high school, and then I picked up b-boying my sophomore year. College.
Word up, man. Word up.
You know what I'm saying? But I would say along the road, the transition from locking to breaking, my style got really affected by it. I was watching, first of all, Instant Noodles, and also my friends from this crew called Cipher City Kings. They're OC, San Diego-based crew in California, and this b-boy named Jules Burns. He's got a lot of names, but he really he took me under his wing. He taught me a lot of stuff, and he exposed me to really dope b-boys, old school b-boys like Ken Swift, Po1, and some of the new school cats too, like Kid David. Those are my main inspirations.
For me, and I think for most of us, you discover that there's a huge culture like worldwide of like b-boys and like poppers and lockers and just like fun like hip hop dance, like an underground hip hop dance scene, and that scene is like really something that we always like sought after. Like we would fly to America from Taiwan just to go to B-Boy Summit, or like go to Japan just to see freestyle session Japan. And being in a culture where like the language barrier is like very thin because of like how you communicate is mainly through like movement and dance. It's like a really special and crazy thing, because when we first started and we would go to Japan and we didn't know how to speak Japanese, but like we could still like understand like what people were trying to say like in the cipher. In some senses even more like direct than like talking, you know, like it's like honest and like it's like very true. Like when you're in the cipher, it's like it's just who like whatever you're representing in the cipher. And a lot of times like when you just talk to people, you could like lie to people, or you could like you know they can like be like a lot of like layers before you like get to know someone. But when you're in a cipher, you pretty much get to know like how they dance like right away. So I think that for me that's like a really cool thing about
everyone can just drop their differences. Like everything just comes down to one point, and it's just everyone has this passion for sharing what they've created and what they love about dance, and they just show each other. And what Chuck said, like it makes a lot of sense. Like it's really honest. Like there's no possible way like you can cheat yourself to make yourself look better. You know, like it's impossible, because you have to have some sort of process you've gone through in the past, and you bring it to the table to show everyone, hey, look, this is who I am, as opposed to like, hey, this is who I'm trying to be. You know, like there's no way you could like try to lie about who you are as a person, as a dancer. You know, and on top of that, behind that, there's like, of course, there's a passion behind dance as an art. Like people have all these different ideas and creations using the foundations from breaking, and to create what they feel like is their favorite move, and it becomes their trademark, and then they start doing it in ciphers and start establishing what they feel like is an awesome move, and like it's just limitless. As long as people still have this passion for this dance, it's never gonna die. And it's just like music, and it's just like painting. Like as long as people have passion for it, it's going to be strong, and it's going to go on forever.
Earlier this year, we just were competitors on America's Best Dance Crew Season 6. After getting on the show, we've pretty much been busy every weekend. We got to be featured on Disney's Shake It Up. It's a real cool Halloween episode that aired this month, October. We competed at Hip Hop International. We really did our thing out there, and we actually got to place 3rd in the world at Hip Hop International. So that was a great honor, and it was really awesome, because we represented ourselves and we represented the b-boy style the best we could, and then the judges saw that, and the audience like were really hyped on what we did. So it was a great honor being able to represent at Hip Hop International in Vegas. We've been doing performances all over. We have performances in Modesto, in Vegas, and World of Dance San Diego, and we actually went back to Taiwan, and we did several TV shows in Taiwan. And what was the coolest thing is we got to enter a freestyle session in Taiwan together as a crew. We got all the way to the top 8. We hoped we could have done better, but you know what we did was we represented. I think most important is that we represented not only like doing performances as we've been doing lately, but also in the battle scene at freestyle sessions. So I think as a crew, we really strive to do our best in performances and perform like for the largest audience possible and everywhere we can, but we also strive to continue entering those competitions and do the best we can, so we represent in both areas, in both aspects, and keep real and stay true to what we believe in as b-boy.
Is there any advice like for like inspiring like b-boys, b-girls, anyone who's trying to get into the culture?
I think I remember when I was younger, and like first time I was at b-boy summit, I remember asking like a lot of people like what should I practice? You know, I remember asking Moy and Mine, and like everyone like said the same thing. They were just oh, just do what you want to do. Like if you like power, then practice power. If you like style, then practice style. I mean, like you need foundation, but I mean if you like something, then you should do it. And I think for me at least that really stuck with me, because when you do stuff that you like to do, like building on the foundations of people in the past, but if you do the stuff you like to do, you'll develop your own thing. because you like it, you know. So you're gonna do it, and you want it to be different. And I think just try to be a creative and like just you know, just enjoy dancing, because I think a lot of times people forget that. Remind told me this, but a lot of times people forget that b-boying is a social dance. It's a community dance. Like people come together and like you dance together. It's a social dance. So you enjoy yourself when you're like in ciphers and you go to jams. And sometimes it doesn't always have to be about like acting tough. Like even though that's like part of it, but like sometimes you just want to like have fun with like the people that love the same thing you do. So that would be my advice to people out there.
I would say just keep going, because I feel like it's really easy, especially in b-boying, to get discouraged. It's a very competitive scene out there right now. Like you always see like competitions and judges and the same people just like winning like jams, and like you don't want to get too discouraged. You just got to keep going, because you got to remember what you do it for. You know, like b-boying, it's not necessarily out there to win all the battles. You know, Instant Noodles isn't really known for winning like jams. We're not really known for that, but I think what's cool is that we've always stuck through it. Like we've known each other for a while now, and we just keep doing it. And like Chuck said, we just keep believing in what we like to do. So if you're out there and you love b-boying, just think about it and think about what you love about b-boying and keep doing it. Now, don't let like losing battles discourage you, or like people trying to act tough discourage you. Just keep loving it and just keep doing it. And like sooner or later, you're just gonna get better and better, and you're just gonna really build who you are in this dance.
Shout out to Tom and Aya, our 8th and 9th member. Aya's in the army right now in Taiwan, and Tom's doing some modern dance performances with his professor from his college. So shout out to them. Shout out to all of our fans on Facebook, especially the Instant Noodles Philippines, all them out there like always supporting us no matter what, always like promoting our stuff. Like we wouldn't be as popular without you guys. So thanks a lot. And of course, thanks to all of our family and friends. Like they're always so supportive. They're always so happy to see us on TV. Like they are happier to see us on TV than ourselves. So it's crazy. So thanks to family and friends, and of course thanks to John and Sylvia, like always pushing us, always keeping us organized, always keeping us on our toes. Always.
They're our managers, by the way.
They're our managers. Yeah, and of course, check us out on Facebook.com/InstantBboys, or check out our YouTube channel, YouTube.com/InstantNoodlesCrew. And we're gonna have a website that's gonna be launched, www.instantnoodlescrew.com. It's gonna be coming soon. It's gonna be dope. So check it out. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Peace out. Rutgers University, chilling on the East Coast.
Shout out to Josh right here.
Yes.
Yeah, in the camera.
Josh the man.